the 4 categories of injury awards as they relate to Colossus. This is really important. You understand this because you're going to have to be able to make sure you understand this when you're talking to an attorney. Again, most attorneys will not know this. Of the 3 different types of attorneys, the A, the top end, they will. The B, the kind of middle, some will, some won't. The C will not. You have to know this. So here's what happens. So when we talk about this injury software, Colossus or Colossus type injury award software, there's 4 different types of awards. Well, the first award is no offer. What would the insurance company like to pay? Nothing. That's the first thing they'd like to do, is pay nothing. Okay? Number 2 is the lowball offer. And that's where there's tremendous opportunity. That's the number one thing that gets attorneys mad, is the lowball offer. That's what you're going to be able to help stop, is the lowball offer. Now, the lowball offer is basically because of bad documentation. Doctors give bad documentation to the attorney. It's typically not the attorney's fault. The attorney can only submit what the doctor gives them. So if the doctor doesn't give him the financial drivers that were documented, he's got not much. So when he submits not much, he gets in return not much, called the lowball offer. Now, I put on here the highball offer. What's the highball offer? That's when you do have good documentation based on the Colossus injury financial drivers. So you will be able to take a case, document it better, like what you're going to learn, and increase the value of the case. Is that alone going to give you a policy limit award? No. Why? The software is not designed to give policy limit awards. That's not what it's about. The software was designed for the routine, the mundane, average routine. Okay? Because I'll say this to chiropractors also, because chiropractors think, well, if I just document Colossus, then I'll be able to tell the attorney that he'll get policy limit awards. But no, you won't, by your documentation. Not with Colossus, you won't. You can and will get policy limit awards, but it will not be through Colossus. You have to understand this. Because it's this false perception that the chiropractors think they can just document, the Colossus injuries. And I actually had them said that to me. I'm like, well, I documented Colossus and, it didn't give them an extra $100,000. I'm like, oh, okay, I got to start teaching that now. Well, here's why. Because it's a software program based on the norm, the average. Okay? So it'll increase the value to some degree, and it'll definitely make it worth it, that's for sure. I mean, if you just did that alone, that's worth it, I'll give you some numbers here in a second. But to get the policy limit award, you have to bypass Colossus. You have to bypass Colossus to get policy limit awards. And I'm going to show you how to do that.